Well, hey there! Good to see you again. Let's jump into another way to manipulate a very rad integral. So in this lesson, what we're going to go over is how to split up an integral into two fractions and then go from there. And also how to basically notice a hidden U-substitution. So in this particular problem, you've got x plus 1 over basically like one solid denominator. So with x plus 1 like this, I look at that and think, does U sub work? Now, the derivative of 9 minus x squared, if we let that equal u, is minus 2x. I can't get a minus 2x out of that. But if I split this thing into x over the square root of 9 minus x squared dx plus the integral of 1 over the square root of 9 minus x squared dx, then we're in good shape. What we just did there is we split up the x over the denominator and the 1 over that. Perfectly fine to do, right? And you might be like, how can we do that? What if it was just x plus 1 over like 5? Right, well that's equal to x over 5 plus 1/5. That's all we're using there is that math idea where we can separate out that common denominator into two fractions. It's called partial fraction decomposition if you want to get fancy. So anyway, now we've got two different integrals. This first one, I'm going to let that be some u sub because I see the derivative of this will work nicely with x. U equals 9 minus x squared. Du is going to be equal to minus 2x dx. Now we don't have a minus 2x dx, so let's put in a minus 2. And of course we've got to multiply then by the reciprocal so that we're multiplying by 1. That's a manipulation we've been doing for a long time, by the way, just so that we could use u sub. Okay, so now we're in great shape. Minus 2x dx is du. I've got minus 1/2 times the integral of du, very nice, all over the square root of u. Well, that's really just negative 1/2 times the integral of u to the negative 1/2. And when you integrate that, you're going to add 1, of course, and then divide by that 1/2 that you'll get. So that's negative 1/2 from here. You get u to the 1/2 times 2. And it's times 2 because it's the same as dividing by the 1/2 we got. So more on that in a little bit. As we simplify this down, we'll get minus u to the 1/2 for the square root of u. And cleaning that up, we got minus the square root of 9 minus x squared. When you take the derivative of that, you'll get x over root 9 minus x squared. Now, from here, what we're going to do, we got to integrate this. And we'll join it up with this. So the integral of that, so you got to go back to chapter 5 if you forget this, but this is arcsine. Arcsine's integral comes from this general template of 1 over, or du if you will, over the square root of a squared minus u squared. And now in this case, a is equal to 3 because you've got 3 squared minus x squared. U is equal to x, and so therefore du is equal to dx if we're going to make it into this exact template. So I've got the integral of dx being du, so it's just du, all over the square root of that is going to be a squared minus u squared. And so I know that that's going to be, well, the integral, I should have finished that thought, is arcsine of u over a. So this is the integral of that exact same template. So arcsine of u over a is our output. And so now that's going to be equal to arcsine of u, which is x, over a, which is 3. So let's combine that. Plus arcsine, don't know why I'm singing it, of x over 3. Don't forget about the constant integration, plus c. So anytime you got a numerator split up by addition or subtraction and you have that one singular denominator like that, or even if it's not singular, you can split it up over that denominator. That will sometimes lead to good things. You know what else will lead to good things? More U-substitution. So let's take a look at this problem. This one is one of those where you're like, dude, what the heck is that? Now you should always try U-substitution first. You'll notice I did that in this one. I looked at that and said, well, the derivative of 9 minus x squared, if we let that equal u from the onset, is equal to minus 2x, which I cannot manipulate this to be. I said that earlier in the video. In fact, you could rewind to see that if you so choose. Let's test that first. So the derivative of x squared could equal an x. Let's see what we get. So let's just see. U equals 7 minus 10x minus 3x squared. So it's never bad to try u sub if you kind of get a whiff of it could work. So du would be equal to, that's 0. That derivative is negative 10, and this is negative 6x. You might be like, that's not 3x plus 5. Not quite, it's not. But this could be made into this. If we were to multiply all of that by -2, you'd get -6x minus 10. Or you could look at this and say, isn't this the same as -2 times 3x plus 5? And indeed it is. So either way, you can get this to look exactly like that. And of course, that'd be times dx. Isn't that sneaky? That's why we call it hidden U-sub. And now, of course, we've got to balance it out with the -1/2. So now we've got ourselves du up top, and this problem just became light years easier. -1/2 times the integral of this, which is du, all over the square root of u, very sweet. -1/2 times the integral of u to the -1/2 is what that comes out to, du. Integrating that's not so bad. -1/2 times, this is going to be u to the 1/2, we add 1 to it, and divide by that 1/2 or multiply by 2. That leaves us with minus, and that's going to be the square root, right? So that'll be the square root of, u plus c, or minus the square root of all that stuff, 7 minus 10x minus 3x squared. That's beautiful. So whether you're doing this problem or you're looking back at this previous problem, we still have some U-substitution involved. This one we needed to split it up to see it, and this one we had to try it to see it, and it doesn't take that long to see that it does work. That's super rad. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Got some more fun manipulations for you, but until then, take care and peace.